Hello, folks. Are you ready to discover some of the weirdest foods America has to offer? In this video, we're diving into bizarre, unexpected, and downright strange American foods you won't believe people actually eat. From pickled pig's feet to culicles, we're exploring the unusual dishes that make American cuisine truly unique. Whether it's Southern specialties, Midwest delicacies, or quirky creations you've never heard of, these foods are sure to surprise you. Join us as we uncover the top 10 weird American foods you won't believe people eat. If you love discovering strange and unique culinary trends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. Number 1. Pickled pig's feet. Think you've heard it all when it comes to weird food? Well, hold on tight because today we're diving into one of the strangest delicacies in American cuisine, pickled pig's feet. Let's get into this peculiar dish that'll leave you both shocked and fascinated. Pickled pig's feet have been around for centuries. Dating back to the colonial era, this bizarre dish was a way for settlers to make use of every part of the animal, and nothing went to waste. People in the southern United States, especially, have kept this tradition alive. It was cheap, easy to preserve, and full of flavor. If you're adventurous enough to try it, that is. So, what exactly are pickled pig's feet? Essentially, it's a preserved dish where the pig's trotters, or feet, are brined in a vinegar solution, along with some salt and spices. The vinegar gives it a tangy, sour taste, while the gelatinous texture of the pig's feet gives it that unique mouthfeel. It's not for everyone, but some people swear by it. Surprisingly, pickled pig's feet are still fairly common in certain parts of the US, especially in the South. You can find them in jars on the shelves of grocery stores or even served up in local diners. It's a bit of a cultural staple that might just shock you when you see it in person. The big question on everyone's mind: how does it taste? Well, reactions are mixed. For some, it's a tangy, savory snack full of nostalgia. For others, it's an acquired taste that they'll never quite get used to. The texture can be chewy and gelatinous, which is a surprise if you've never tried it before. But why do people still eat it today? It's more than just a weird food trend. For many, pickled pig's feet represent a connection to their heritage, passed down from generation to generation. It's comfort food, a way to keep history and tradition alive. Number 2. Rocky Mountain oyster. Next, we're talking about a dish that'll truly shock your taste buds. Ever heard of Rocky Mountain oysters? Spoiler alert, they're not seafood. Let's dive into this unique food that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about oysters. They're actually bull testicles. That's right, these so-called oysters are a popular dish in the American West, particularly in ranching regions. They've been a part of cowboy culture for decades and are usually served fried and crispy. To make Rocky Mountain oysters, the testicles are first peeled and cleaned, then sliced into thin pieces. They're dipped in seasoned flour or batter and fried until golden brown. A crispy, crunchy snack that's served hot, often with a side of dipping sauce. Rocky Mountain oysters became popular in the American West, where ranchers had to make use of every part of the animal. It's a prime example of nose-to-tail eating, where nothing goes to waste. What started as a practical way to avoid food waste turned into a unique delicacy that's still enjoyed today. You might be wondering, where can I try these oysters? Rocky Mountain oysters are a regional specialty in the western US, and you can find them in steakhouses, local diners, and even at special food festivals. Some describe the flavor as similar to fried chicken or calamari, with a texture that's soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. Reactions are all over the place. Some people love them, while others aren't quite ready to embrace this unusual snack. Why do people continue to eat Rocky Mountain oysters today? For some, it's a nostalgic connection to their cowboy roots. For others, it's just part of trying something wild and different. This dish is still a symbol of the American West's resourcefulness and adventurous spirit. Number 3. Spam musubi. This strange yet beloved snack has roots in Hawaii and combines ingredients you wouldn't expect. It's a simple, yet unique dish made of just 3 main ingredients: a block of sticky white rice, a fried slice of spam, and a strip of nori seaweed to hold it all together. It's like a sushi sandwich hybrid, but with one of America's most iconic canned meats, Spam. Spam musubi has an interesting history. It originated in Hawaii during World War II, when Spam was a staple for American soldiers stationed on the islands. With limited food supplies, Hawaiians got creative and combined Spam with their own culinary traditions. The result? Spam musubi became a local favorite and remains a cultural icon to this day. Making Spam musubi is surprisingly easy. First, the Spam is fried to a golden brown for extra flavor. Then, it's placed on a bed of sticky rice, and the whole thing is wrapped with a piece of nori seaweed to hold it all together. Some people even drizzle teriyaki sauce over the Spam to add a sweet and savory kick. It's quick, convenient, and surprisingly tasty. The salty, savory flavor of the Spam pairs perfectly with the soft, sticky rice. It's a portable snack that you can eat on the go, and you'll find it everywhere in Hawaii, from family gatherings to beachside picnics, and even at 7-Eleven stores. Reactions are all over the map. Some people are pleasantly surprised by the flavor combination, while others are skeptical at first. But most agree, it's much better than it sounds, and it's definitely worth a try if you're feeling adventurous. And it's not just Hawaii. Spam musubi has spread beyond the islands and can be found in other parts of the US, especially on the West Coast. It's become a popular street food, and even non-Hawaiians are starting to embrace this quirky yet delicious snack. Number 4. Fried butter. Here is one of America's most outrageous fare foods, fried butter. Yep, you heard that right. This deep-fried delicacy takes butter to a whole new level, and it's way more popular than you might think. It's exactly what it sounds like. A big chunk of butter that's coated in batter and deep-fried to golden perfection. When you bite into it, you get a crispy shell on the outside and warm, melty butter on the inside. It's a taste experience unlike anything else. Fried butter made its big debut at the Iowa State Fair in 2009, and since then, it's become a must-try item at fairs across the country. People love to indulge in bizarre, over-the-top foods at fairs, and fried butter quickly earned a place as one of the most extreme and unusual snacks out there. So, how do you make fried butter? It starts with a chunk of cold butter, usually flavored with things like honey or garlic. The butter is then coated in a sweet or savory batter and dropped into hot oil. Within seconds, it's fried up and ready to be served. Some people even add powdered sugar or cinnamon for an extra twist. You might be wondering why anyone would eat this. Surprisingly, fried butter has a lot of fans. People love it for the rich, creamy flavor that explodes in your mouth. Plus, it's the ultimate guilty pleasure, high in calories and definitely not something you'd eat every day. But hey, that's what makes it special. Reactions to fried butter are all over the place. Some people think it's pure heaven, while others, well, let's just say it's not for everyone. Fried butter has sparked quite a debate. Some say it's a heart attack on a stick, while others insist it's just harmless fun. Whatever your stance, it's a testament to America's love for bold and bizarre foods. Number 5. Pickled herring. For the fifth food on our list, we're diving into the salty, tangy world of pickled herring. This dish is an acquired taste, to say the least, but you'll find it on tables across America, especially during the holidays. It's herring that's been preserved in a mixture of vinegar, sugar, and spices. The fish is typically cut into bite-sized pieces and eaten straight out of the jar, or served with crackers if you're feeling fancy. Pickled herring actually comes from Northern Europe, where it's been a staple for centuries, especially in Scandinavian countries. When immigrants from these regions came to America, they brought this unique delicacy with them. Today, it's most popular in areas with strong Scandinavian roots, like the Midwest. How is pickled herring made? First, fresh herring fillets are cleaned and salted, which helps preserve them. Then, they're marinated in a brine made from vinegar, sugar, and spices like cloves and allspice. After a few days, the fish takes on a tangy flavor and is ready to eat. Believe it or not, a lot of people really love pickled herring. Its unique flavor is both salty and sweet, with a tang that's unlike anything else. It's also a tradition for many families, especially during holidays like Christmas and New Year's. Some even say it brings good luck. Pickled herring definitely isn't for everyone. If you're new to it, the intense flavor can be a bit shocking. But for those who've grown up with it, it's a nostalgic treat. A lot of people find that once you get past that initial tang. And here's a fun fact. Pickled herring is surprisingly healthy. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for your heart, and it's high in protein too. So, while it may be a bit unconventional, it's actually a pretty nutritious snack. Number 6. Liver mush. It might sound a little strange, but this savory dish is beloved in North Carolina and beyond. Let's see what makes this food so unique. It's a blend of pork liver, cornmeal, and spices, all mixed together, shaped into a loaf, and then fried up to crispy perfection. It's similar to scrapple, but with a distinctly southern twist. Liver mush has deep roots in the South, particularly in North Carolina. This dish traces back to the early 20th century, when thrifty farmers would use every part of the pig. Pork liver, which was often overlooked, became a staple, especially in rural communities. And so, liver mush was born. Making liver mush is surprisingly simple. Pork liver is ground up, mixed with cornmeal, and seasoned with spices like black pepper and sage. Once it's all combined, it's formed into a loaf and chilled. To serve, it's sliced and fried until it's crispy on the outside, but still soft and flavorful inside. Liver mush is incredibly versatile. Some people enjoy it as a breakfast side with eggs, while others put it on sandwiches or even on a biscuit. That's right, the Liver Mush Festival in Shelby, North Carolina, draws in crowds from all over. People come to sample creative dishes, celebrate Southern tradition, and enjoy live music and festivities. Not everyone is a fan of liver mush, though. With its unique taste and texture, it can be an acquired taste. Some people love it right away, while others need a few bites to warm up to it. But one thing's for sure, it's a dish you won't soon forget. So, would you give liver mush a try? Whether you're curious or a little hesitant, this Southern classic is worth a taste. After all, you might just find yourself coming back for seconds. Number 7. Garbage plate. This mountain of carbs and meat has become a must-try for anyone visiting Rochester, New York. But what exactly goes into a garbage plate, and why do people love it? Let's find out. Despite its name, the garbage plate is actually delicious. It starts with a base of home fries and macaroni salad. Then it's topped with your choice of meat, usually burgers or hot dogs. It's all covered in onions, mustard, and a signature meat sauce, sometimes known as hot sauce, which is a spicy, tangy ground beef sauce. The garbage plate has humble beginnings, originating in the 1910s at Nictahu Hots in Rochester, New York. Legend has it, this hearty meal was created for hungry workers who wanted a filling, affordable meal. Since then, it's become a staple and even a rite of passage for Rochester locals and visitors alike. Creating a garbage plate is as simple as it is indulgent. Start with a heap of home fries and macaroni salad, then pile on your favorite meat, whether it's a couple of burgers or hot dogs. Finally, load it up with onions, mustard, and a generous helping of that famous hot sauce. Some people even add ketchup or extra hot sauce for good measure. The garbage plate isn't just a meal, it's a challenge. Some brave souls attempt to eat an entire plate in one sitting, which can be tougher than it looks. With so many carbs and proteins piled high, it's a serious test of your appetite. For many, it's the ultimate comfort food, packed with flavor, loaded with carbs, and perfect for soaking up a long night out. It's also highly customizable, so everyone can make it their own. You can find plates with chicken, steak, or even vegetarian versions. And while Nictahu Hots remains the original, you'll find other local spots serving their own takes on this indulgent favorite. Number 8. Kulals. This unexpected fusion of pickles and Kool-Aid has gained a cult following, especially in the South. These brightly colored treats are made by soaking dill pickles in a mixture of Kool-Aid and sugar. It's a strange combo of salty, sweet, and sour that creates a pickle like you've never tasted before. They're often found in convenience stores across Mississippi and other southern states. Making cullicles is super easy, and all you need are a few ingredients. First, grab a jar of pickles and drain the brine into a bowl. Add a packet of your favorite Kool-Aid flavor. Cherry is the classic choice, and then mix in about a cup of sugar. Pour the sweet, fruity brine back into the jar, seal it up, and let those pickles soak for a few days in the fridge. Before you know it, you'll have a batch of cullicles ready to enjoy. Cullicles have their roots in the American South, where they started showing up in small-town convenience stores. No one really knows who invented cullicles, but they quickly became popular as a quirky snack that both kids and adults loved. It's a Southern tradition that might seem odd to outsiders, but for some folks, it's the ultimate sweet and sour treat. Tasting cullicles is a roller coaster for your taste buds. The sweetness of the Kool-Aid mixes with the salty tang of the pickle in a way that's surprisingly addictive. Some people say it's like a candy pickle, while others aren't so sure about this bold flavor combo. But one thing's for sure, cullicles are definitely an experience. People love trying different flavors like grape, cherry, or even tropical punch. And with their eye-catching colors, cullicles are an Instagram favorite too. Cullicles are also great for DIY experiments. This crazy snack is totally customizable, so you can make it exactly how you like it. Number 9. Ludifisk. It's a dish that even some food adventurers are hesitant to try, but it has a devoted following in parts of the US. Ludifisk is a traditional Scandinavian dish made from dried whitefish, usually cod, that's been soaked in lye. After the fish is dried, it's rehydrated by soaking it in water and then lie over several days. Once it's reached its jelly-like consistency, it's thoroughly rinsed and cooked. It has a distinct texture and flavor that sets it apart from any other fish dish you've ever tried. Preparing ludifisk is a labor-intensive process. First, the fish is dried, almost like beef jerky. Then it's soaked in water and lye for several days, which helps to preserve it, but also gives it a unique, somewhat pungent aroma. After a thorough rinse to remove the lye, it's finally boiled or baked until it reaches that characteristic jelly-like texture. It might sound strange, but to ludifisk lovers, it's all worth it. Ludifisk has been a staple in the Midwest, especially in states like Minnesota and Wisconsin, thanks to Norwegian immigrants who brought the tradition with them in the 19th century. It's often served during the holidays or at church dinners, where families come together to enjoy this old-world delicacy. Even today, it remains a symbol of cultural pride and heritage for many Norwegian Americans. The flavor is mild, but the texture can be surprising if you're not expecting it. Some describe it as similar to gelatin or custard, but with a fishy twist. Despite its unusual texture, people who love ludifisk swear by it. It's a chance to connect with their heritage, share stories, and enjoy a meal. Did you know there are entire festivals dedicated to ludifisk? Cities across the Midwest host annual ludifisk dinners and events where locals and tourists alike can indulge in this iconic dish. Number 10. Chitlins. As we come to the last item on our list, today we're diving into a southern dish that's truly one of a kind. Chitlins, or as many call them, chitlins. It's a dish that's loved by some and avoided by others, but it has a rich history in the American South. Simply put, they're the small intestines of a pig, and they're often cleaned, seasoned, and slow-cooked to create a flavorful and tender dish. Chitlins have been a staple in Southern cuisine for generations, and despite their unique origin, they're still a favorite in many households across the United States. Cooking chitlins is no simple task. They need to be thoroughly cleaned to remove any impurities, which can be time-consuming, but it's worth the effort. After that, they're usually boiled or simmered for hours with spices, onions, and vinegar to bring out their distinct flavor. Many people also add hot sauce for a little extra kick. Chitlins have deep roots in American history, especially in African American communities. They were originally brought to the U.S. by enslaved Africans who made the most of the ingredients they had. Despite their humble origins, chitlins became a comfort food and a symbol of resilience, passed down through generations. Tasting chitlins for the first time can be an adventure. Some people love the strong, earthy flavor, while others aren't quite sure what to make of it. It's definitely a dish that sparks debate, but those who enjoy it often look forward to it as a special treat. Chitlins have remained a staple in Southern cuisine, and they're celebrated at food festivals and family gatherings alike. In fact, some people see chitlins as a culinary tradition that brings families together. They're often served with classic Southern sides like cornbread, collard greens, and macaroni and cheese, making for a truly hearty meal. The taste of chitlins is hard to describe. They're often compared to pork belly or tripe, but with a more intense, almost gamey flavor. If you're feeling adventurous, adding hot sauce can bring out the savory taste even more. Thanks for watching. If you love learning about weird and wonderful foods, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more tasty adventures.